I spent a little over 32 years in the military. So I was born and raised in the military, and it's kind of weird being away from the military now for only about 4 or 5 years. Not wearing a uniform, or it's weird, it's different. So. I really took the purpose of me down there to heart. Your medical process is primary. So I started reading the regs. I needed to find out what I needed to do, how I needed to have my records presented, and everything like that for the med board that I was going through. And in the process of doing that, I became very educated, up to the point that I was challenging the people that were there that were supposed to be helping me through the process. I had a meeting with the commander of the hospital, and during that meeting, I had presented her with a 15-page issue paper of what was going on. Dates, names, you name it, it was all there. She read it, and at the conclusion of my meeting, she basically gave me an order. And she basically said, Colonel Talese, continue what you're doing. And not only continue what you're doing, but make sure that the soldiers under you and those that follow do the same thing. Once an individual has been told that you're going to go through a med board process, I mean, that's pretty involved. So what we do is we make sure that when that soldier is given that little booklet and says, here are your rules, here are the things that you need to know, we go several steps beyond what the military does. We work as long as it takes to make sure that that service member has a good understanding of what they are going through and what they need to do. We work with them on developing and implementing a transition plan. A lot of times, service member is so overwhelmed, they're taking their medications and they're limited to what they can do. And they need a little bit more coaching from time to time, so we do that as well. We network with organizations that are proven to work. And the other piece is the outdoor therapy, which is the most important piece as far as I'm concerned to all of these, because it brings a person's feet back down to the ground. It gives them a sense of relaxation, having kind of like a purpose.
And it just so happened that one day Al Talese with Networking Warriors walked in to the town hall and said, I want to do a fishing competition out at Sycamore Bend Lake.
Well, I mean, it's what we all fish for. A day out, day in the sun, or a day out fishing where you're thinking about your next cast, your next lure, your next rod. You're not thinking about problems at home, your medical problems, your benefits problems, you know, all these other, you know, let's face it, fishing is a great way to forget the world.
I can say personally that it provided a grounding for me. It allowed me to get away from all the chaos of the medical unit that I was assigned to. I was allowed to get away from there. And in so doing, I met a lot of people within the community that cared about what I was doing. And they were happy to see me. It's about putting a soldier back in touch with the community.
All right, Al says everybody's checked in.
It's putting the two back together.
Judith Hart, Tony Goldsmith, 2 fish. 2 tanks. Did you guys have fun? Who got these?
Having the pressure's not there to come in with a winning sack. I don't think it's more about getting these soldiers out, showing them a good time on the lake, getting them on some fish, you know, the best you can, and you know, seeing their smiles. You know, these guys come in and they've had a great day, you know, that's what it's all about.
Just being on the water is very therapeutic. But what we've seen, and what's really cool about the whole thing, is the benefits the guys that are taking them fishing. It gives us an opportunity to show the soldiers how much they mean to us, how blessed we are to have those types of individuals.
My product is a smile on a guy's face or a gal's face. And seeing the smile on the community member's face as well. Shaking hands, laughing and joking, and embracing each other. That's what we do. That's what makes us different.